A couple weeks ago, I stumbled upon this new upload by the YouTuber Camelot331, and the title of it definitely drew my attention. It's called "This is the Craziest Work Subreddit, This is Why," and the thumbnail shows the subreddit r/antiwork. Now, apparently this subreddit has been around for quite a while, dating back to, I believe, 2013, and it is just now taking off with about 1.3 million users and counting. It is going pretty berserk. So I watched through his whole video, and he showcased a bunch of crazy ass stories from people who are dealing with really shitty working environments and even shittier bosses within these working environments. Now, this was my first time even hearing about this subreddit, was in his video. So after watching it through, I decided to go and check out this subreddit myself, and it did not fail to impress. After reading just a couple of the posts on there, it actually inspired me to make this video, just to showcase some of the shit that is on here, and just how crazy it is that these people have had to suffer through these conditions. So I do have a few posts here that I'm going to share. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is this one right here. "Fool me into driving 3 hours to fire me? Have fun finding your art files." So this guy right here got a call from his boss saying that he was going to be in his town and that he would like to meet with him to discuss this presentation or whatever. So the guy's like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." So he drives 3 hours to go and meet his boss. His boss flew in from like 2,700 miles out or something like that, and his boss sat him down and he's like, "Oh, this isn't going to be easy." He was letting him go. He flew all the way over from wherever the fuck he was and made his employee drive 3 hours just to let him go. And his reason for doing this, he just wanted to make sure that the laptop was intact. Yeah, that's definitely a fucking fantastic use of time there. Couldn't do it any better than that. But it looks like the employee got the last laugh because he actually had shit saved on his iCloud drive, and he actually made it so that they could not access his stuff on that drive from that laptop. So he kind of pulled a savage move there, and I commend him for that. That's pretty sick. But yeah, really, really shitty situation for him. Literally drives 3 hours just to get sat down for a couple minutes and be like, "Yeah, you're done, sorry. I'm gonna have to let you go." Apparently someone else was taking his place, some fucking newbie, I don't know. What a waste of time. Has to drive 3 hours there, drive 3 hours back, literally for fucking nothing. It's just insane. And the boss flies 2,700 miles out just to fire him. Who the fuck does that? That is some insane shit, if you ask me. I don't know. I've never heard of anyone doing that. That is beyond me. So on to the next one. I do have a few more of these to show, and they just get better and better with each slide. But this one here is pretty short, but it was pretty shocking to read. So the title is "Makeup Shouldn't Be a Part of a Dress Code Ever." I 100% agree with this. Who in the fuck can make you wear makeup in the workplace? What company is requiring this? That is some insane shit. She says, "I've even received write-ups before for showing up to work without makeup on." How the fuck is that allowed? Can you not go to HR and be like, "Hey, what is this?" I bet you this person works for Activision Blizzard. "Oh, sorry, yeah, you gotta wear makeup. Sexual harassment is definitely a requirement of this job. Sorry, you have to wear makeup." I have never in my life heard of a company or business requiring a woman to put on makeup just to be able to do her job. Like, what the fuck do they do with guys there? Are they being forced to put on cologne or have a full head of hair? I can just imagine HR, "Sorry, Tim, we're gonna have to let you go. You're starting to bald. Put on some Rogaine and maybe we'll let you reapply." Just wicked shit. I've never ever heard of anything like that happening in a workplace, but apparently it exists at this shithole company. This next one here is pretty great. The title is "They Started Paying Us $15 an hour last week," and it involves everyone's favorite E. coli infested burrito joint, Chipotle. So the sign here reads, "Days off are not been giving in this month. Callouts are not been tolerated in Chipotle anymore. 3 absences means termination. Not more excuses are been accepted. New salary, new rules." So as you can see here, the manager or whoever the fuck posted this sign clearly graduated from an Ivy League school, because their typing and grammar skills are just off the charts, and I'm sure they make probably 100K a year. Just take a look at this fucking sign. Days off are not being given this month. So no days off in the month of December. I can understand blackout dates, like most companies will have that because of holidays, they need people to work there, but I would certainly hope that the employees are getting their usual days off, because otherwise that'd be totally totally fucked. Callouts are not being tolerated in Chipotle anymore, so God forbid anyone working here inevitably contracts E. coli from just stepping foot in this shithole restaurant. If you call in, nope, you're fucking terminated. Bye. No more, not more excuses. Jesus Christ, reading this sign is just fucking giving me such an eyesore. No more excuses are being accepted. New salary, new rules. Hey, if you're making $15 an hour, you damn well better fucking be working 24/7. You don't get no breaks. You don't get no time off. Hell no. You're making $15 an hour. That is, whew, you're in the top 1%, baby. So that one was pretty laughable. On to the next one. Title is called Boss Canceled My Vacation Request, So I Quit. You can read through it, but to summarize, this guy here has been working 15-hour days, 6 days a week for about 5 years. Like, he's putting in a lot of fucking work. And his team expanded and they hired some useless motherfucker, and he was set to go on vacation. It was for his wedding anniversary, so he had a good reason as to why he was taking vacation. 2 days before he was supposed to leave, his boss calls him and said, look, I'm gonna have to cancel your plans because useless fuck here needs those same days off because he has to go skiing. The boss says the decision is final, and the guy here told him to shove it up his ass, and he quit on the spot. Fuck working for assholes, and I 100% agree with him. This boss is an absolute dipshit. First of all, how does this guy who's brand new and is useless become first in line to get time off when you have an employee who's been there for 5 years and hardly has ever used any time off? But no, he's not allowed to take time off, but the new useless motherfucker can take whatever days he needs off. It's crazy how that shit works. So he just lost probably his best employee over some stupid shit. He requested this off 2 months in advance. Like, come on, man. How are you that fucking stupid to literally lose your best employee over a goddamn vacation? You fucked yourself. Not only did you lose your best employee, you're stuck with a useless motherfucker who probably won't even be there for any more than a few months. It's just wild to me that the good employees seem to always get shit on and taken advantage of, while these dog shit employees who do absolutely nothing, they do the bare minimum, and these guys are first in line to get promotions, and anything they do is totally fine and justified, and it's wild to me, man. And again, I commend this guy because at the very end, he said he was going to take time off and actually consider starting his own business, and he says his employees' well-being would be his top priority. That right there is an awesome human being. I can't give this guy enough props. I really truly hope that he is able to start his own business and make it successful. So I hope he provides an update at some point later on down the road, a few years from now, and tells his story of how he actually made it happen, because that'd just be fucking sweet. So I wish this guy the best of luck. Alright, now here's where we get into a couple juicy ones. This one right here, the title is My Boss Didn't Give a Shit About My Personal Problems, I Had to Quit. I just can't. For every day that passes, I feel like the world is going more and more against me, and it would probably be a better place without me. First and foremost, I really, truly hope that this guy is okay and that he is in a good headspace, because I don't remember the original title stating that, but that is just truly sad to see, and I really hope that this guy is alright. The original post got deleted, unfortunately, but I do remember it quite a bit. So what happened was this guy's boss texted him at 3 in the morning for him to come in for an 11 a.m. shift, and he said, no, I am not coming in. How can you expect me to come in just a few hours? Like, I'm not going to get any sleep. I wasn't planning on coming in that early. Like, this is crazy. And the boss is just like, well, I saw you were online, so I thought I would text you. And the boss ended up asking him, why are you online at this time of night? And he was like, well, that's actually none of your business. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing up this late. Like, it could be for a number of reasons, obviously. I'd be fucking asking the boss, like, why are you up this late texting me this last minute bullshit? But the boss was basically just saying, like, no, we need you in. And he was like, no, I'm not coming in. I had plans and I'm not coming in. Like, it's going to be my day off. I was planning on doing stuff. And the boss was like, no, this is a final decision. Like, we need you. You're gonna have to come in. And this was the point where he let it all out. He texted his boss. He said, hey, I am dealing with really bad depression and anxiety, and I could really use this time off. I just want to let you know that I'm struggling and that every day has been a struggle there, and it's just really hard. I could really use the time off. I apologize for the inconvenience. I am truly sorry, but I am not coming in. I really hope you understand. And his boss texts him, and he says says that your personal problems are not my issue. I will see you at this time. The employee was like, nope, I just told you what is going on in my life. I got super personal with you, and you just shrugged it off like it was nothing. He said, not only will I not be in this upcoming day, but you will never see me again, period. And of course, after that, the boss is like, oh, wait, we can work this out. Don't be so emotional and make a decision based off how you're feeling in the moment. It's like, fuck you, dude. That's crazy shit. How are you just gonna completely disregard your employees' mental health and how they're feeling after they just told you they're dealing with really, really bad anxiety and depression? It's really taking a toll on them and they just need time off. Nope, can't do anything about it. I need you here. Doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You need to be here. I don't understand, man. It's like you either help him out or you're going to lose him either way. You're treating him like dog shit. What do you expect? What do you expect to happen? And then you want to sit there and backtrack and be like, oh, well, don't make such a rash decision. You're being overly emotional and all that shit. No. He had every right to quit right there on the spot, and I commend him for that. Again, I truly hope that this guy is okay. As someone who deals with really bad depression and anxiety, I can totally relate, and it is really, really shitty to deal with. So yeah, I hope that guy's doing well. Moving on to the last one, and don't you worry, I saved the juiciest one for last. This was absolutely insane to read. Unfortunately, the post got deleted. I wish I could share the entire story. I'm going to try and summarize it as best as I can. So the title is, I locked the front doors to avoid getting killed and got yelled at for it. So I believe this is a female who posted this. The story was she was working, I think at like some diner or restaurant, and she was all alone. It was very, very early in the morning, and she was waiting for a supervisor to come in. She was the only one working at the time. And this weird motherfucker comes in and orders something and is like trying to make small talk with her and stuff. And he orders something to drink, goes out to his car, and just starts staring at her. She said she noticed him just constantly looking at her, and she was pretty uncomfortable. And then he actually eventually comes back in, and then he gets something to eat, I believe, something else, and then he's sitting there saying, you know, you're really pretty, and shit like this. Just a smooth guy, you know? And he goes back out to his car yet again. And she's just sitting there like, what is going on here? Like, this dude is really giving off some weird vibes. And this is where the crazy shit happens. She sees this man in his car loading a gun. She saw him loading up a gun and was most likely getting ready to come back in. And she immediately ran and locked herself in the back and contacted her manager or other employee that was supposed to be there. And the guy who was loading this gun eventually left, I believe. He just kind of took off. But the guy did get there, and I don't believe, and now I'm sorry if I'm getting this all screwed up. I'm trying to remember it as best as I can. But I believe the person that she was texting was not a manager, but just another employee that was supposed to be there. But the manager or the owner of this restaurant, diner, whatever the fuck it is, either that same day or the next day, yelled at her for locking herself in the back room to save her life. What in the fuck is that? How is this even real? The manager is yelling at his employee for locking herself in the back room or wherever she was at to save her life, to keep this guy from coming in and possibly shooting her, and who knows what the fuck he was gonna do. But that was most likely his intent, and she gets scolded for it. Nope. How dare you do that? How dare you lock yourself in this room? Is this Joker from next Friday? No more locked doors, no more locked doors. This is by far the most wicked story that I've read. Again, I really wish that the entire original post was here, but unfortunately it got taken down. So I'm just going based off of what I remember from it, but it was an insane post to read. I believe she quit. I really hope she quit. Like, fuck that. I would quit immediately on the spot. I would kick that manager in the dick and just run out. Done. Unbelievable shit. Man, these posts are just wild, and there are just more and more coming each day, and I just thought it'd be worth to share it because, yeah, this subreddit is blowing up. There's a lot of people dealing with a lot of shitty situations in their jobs and a lot of shitty managers within these jobs. So if you want to check out more crazy stories like this, you can just check out the subreddit. Again, it's called r/antiwork. And also, if you want to see videos on stuff like this, again, check out Camelot331. That guy does a really good job with his content, and then he highlights a lot of the bullshit as well that's been going on. in the workforce. So yeah, I just thought it'd be worth sharing a few of the posts that were in here, because no one should have to put up with shit like this, and these are just wild experiences, and no one should have to deal with that in the workplace. It is just incredible that these things are happening, and I just want to spread the word and hopefully induce some sort of change by making more people aware of what's going on, just by highlighting these stories here. But yeah, sorry for the really lengthy video. I appreciate everyone who watched all the way through. I might even cover more stories that come across this subreddit. I don't know, we'll see. That is it for me. Take it easy, guys.